Hello everybody, in this video I want to highlight 7 practical side hustles that you can pick up immediately. And a few points to remember. Number 1 is side hustles is not about replacing your primary source of income, job, etc. This is only to act as a supplement to your primary income so that you don't have a lot of financial burden on your primary job. And with all the negative economic climate, etc., you don't have to take so much pressure if things go south. The second thing is these side hustles are a lot about your personal motivation. Well, I will give you a few practical examples through which you can pick up these side hustles, and I hope you will figure out many more such opportunities and you won't limit to only one side hustle. The third thing is I will highlight for every side hustle what is the income that you will make, the money that you will make, and also what is the effort required to sustain this side hustle on a consistent basis. So let's get started with the first one. This is a little bit edgy, but this is about supporting the folks in the US on technology skills that you might have. Yes, a lot of people in the US are always looking out for support with respect to technology skills such as React, Java, Adobe Experience Manager, etc., etc. And the reason is pretty straightforward. When an individual goes from India to US for their masters, right, even without any kind of work experience, it's difficult to get a job in the US because the US employers don't prefer for these kind of software roles any kind of freshers. So they look for experienced candidates, but folks completing their masters don't have any expertise or experience. So rather they will try to put on a fake resume and they need that support desperately to go ahead and do that job that they get into. And that is where a support from the offshore counterpart would help them pick up that skill for a year or two and then get on with themselves. Well, this is definitely edgy and I would recommend for you to go ahead and apply your own discretion before going and picking up these kind of jobs. Now you might say that, hey Pavan, my employer doesn't allow me to moonlight. That is true for almost every single employer, but you tell me, if your CEO or CFO or any of the top leadership is able to do 2 or 3 jobs, why not you if there is no kind of clash with the work that you are doing? If nothing of that sort, go ahead and pick it up. If you need to disclose it, if you don't want to do it, it's absolutely fine. We can move on to the next one. But the typical money that you can make through these kind of side hustles is approximately $500 to $1,000 every single month, which translates to 40,000 to 80,000 rupees every single month, and you need to spend approximately, let's say, 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis. This is a good amount of money. You are supporting a few people, and this is already a skill that you have. So you don't need to go and pick up a new skill. Again, another word of caution. Please make sure that you are completely on board if you want to pick these kind of side hustles. The second side hustle that I want to talk about is much more meaningful and you don't have any kind of clashes with your corporate work. That is going and teaching kids a hobby or a subject. Well, this is coming from personal experience because my kids who are 4 years old and 6 years old, we are constantly searching for different opportunities, options to engage them every single evening. For example, my 4-year-old daughter Shloka, we are always looking for what activities she can engage in between 5 in the evening and 7 in the evening. The latest activity that we picked for her is skating. And this is a small activity. A group of 15 to 20 people come every single day close to our apartment and a trainer comes over. All we know about the trainer is he comes and trains these young kids on skating. Well, it sounded like a super sophisticated sport when we got into it, but it is actually not. The trainer doesn't even skate. He just tells the process how these kids should learn skating. That's all. And we don't know what the trainer does the rest of the day. All he needs is 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hours every single evening, Monday through Friday. And he's charging roughly 2.5 thousand for every student. And he has close to 15 students. So he's making close to 35,000 rupees easily every single month. And you already know the time commitment. Now, the interesting part about teaching kids any hobby is that you don't need to be a pro. And the opportunity is definitely available because a lot of parents work with one single constraint that they don't want the kid to go out for a very long distance. So if there is something that you can do within your 1 to 2 kilometer radius from your house, you should pick it up. Now you might say, hey Pavan, I don't have any such skill, neither skating nor painting nor arts, nothing. Then that's fine. Go ahead and teach these kids either math or English. You can get started on platforms like Vedantu. You can get paid anywhere between 20 to 30,000, and once you get that confidence, you can start independent tutoring within your apartments or within your neighborhood. A lot of people are doing that. I know personally people doing these kind of side hustles, and I meet them regularly. The third side hustle that I want to talk about is actually becoming a mentor in the area of your expertise. There are again platforms which value your expertise. All you need to do is go and search for these platforms. I will give you a quick example. Look out for a platform called as Project Pro. These guys teach students data science, data analytics, and artificial intelligence or anything related to big data. And if you have expertise in any one of these areas, you can go yourself and register as a freelance expert mentor. These guys pay approximately 2 to 3,000 rupees for every 1 hour, and you can easily take up to 10 sessions every month, which equates to 20,000 rupees. Now the interesting part about this kind of side gig is you can schedule these sessions at your own convenience. You can do it Saturday night, Wednesday early morning, Thursday afternoon, nobody questions you. All you need to do is you need to show up on time and show your commitment so that students can actually learn. Once you start doing, slowly you can become an expert. There are again multiple other platforms which will value your expertise. For example, GLG. If you have 10 years or 20 years experience in one single industry, you can almost charge up to 40,000 to 80,000 rupees for 1 hour session. Absolutely no questions about that. I know people who do that. So please don't ignore this path as a side hustle going forward. You know the time commitment required, and you also know how much you will make. The fourth side hustle that I want to talk about is video editing. Yes, this video that you are looking at is edited by Keshav. And Keshav started as a freelancer after his undergrad. He slowly started getting small assignments. He worked in a small agency, and then he quickly moved into a full-time job. He now employs a few people. So you can see this can become a career. Content creation itself is a growing field. So if you can be a part of it, even as a side hustle, you don't know if this itself will become a main gig going forward. And how much can you earn? The charge is approximately 2,000 to 3,000 rupees for every single video, let's say a 10-minute video. And for every thumbnail, you will be charging approximately 500 rupees. In the initial few months, it might take you 3 hours to edit one video. So it is 10 videos, 30 hours per month. But as you gain the speed, you will charge more, and also you will do it in a shorter time frame. And you can earn anywhere above 30,000 rupees as well. This is a proper side hustle that has the scope for becoming an agency and becoming the main hustle for you in the near future. I know people who are doing it, and everybody who has edited my videos on this channel started off as a freelancer. The fifth side hustle that I want to talk about is content creation on YouTube, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Well, how much can you earn? This particular side hustle, the range is huge. You might not be earning anything in the first few months or even years, but once you hit that growth trajectory, you'll be earning anywhere between 2 to 3 lakhs a month. But there is a very high possibility that you will never hit that curve. But the additional advantage of creating content online is that you are creating your personal brand. Now you might say, hey Pavan, what's the point of building personal brand? I'll tell you a few benefits. Number one is when you want to go ahead and recruit for a new job going forward, you need not even give an interview or you need not submit a resume. Your online presence speaks for itself. The second thing, if you want to go study abroad where it is not just about CAT or GMAT to crack an MBA or GRE to crack a master's, your online presence will be of a lot of help. So please build that online presence, and it can help you build your personal brand, which has a lot of other benefits beyond the monetary gains as well. So don't ignore this side hustle just because the monetary gains are super long-termish and you might not earn anything. And all you need to do is spend 1 hour a day consistently on creating content. The sixth side hustle I want to talk about is your ability to start building websites. If you are a group of 3 to 4 software engineers, Somebody who has expertise in front end, back end, DevOps, 3 to 4 people coming together, and you can go approach a lot of boutiques in your city, town. All these boutiques have good generic offline presence, but they do not have any kind of online presence. At best, they have some social media presence. You go ahead, offer to them that, hey, I will build a website for you. Why not? They'll take it up. The only problem is you cannot charge 1 lakh so that each one of you will earn 30,000 rupees. You start off with 30,000 rupees. Each one of you will earn 10,000 rupees, but there is a possibility that you can go to multiple boutiques after you have that first experience. Again, I know people who got into small groups and start doing this again and again. Now, a few of my friends are doing these activities for international clients as well, and they charge anywhere between 3 to 4 lakhs for each of their projects. The seventh and the last side hustle that I want to talk about is becoming an executive assistant to a founder, to a creator, etc. I personally have multiple interns supporting me for my LinkedIn, for my YouTube, for my content creation, and a bunch of other startups that I run. I'm nothing without the support of these interns. And these guys also, some of them have full-time jobs. And they reached out to me through just cold emailing. I love their passion. I started as a 1-month trial gig, and some of them are with me now for more than 2 years. Can you imagine that? And I pay them approximately 20,000 rupees per month. You will find these opportunities. All you need to do is go ahead and look out for that founder in the area of your own interest, so that you are passionate, you are learning, and also when you are working with these founders, you build your own network. And that also has a high value beyond the immediate monetary gains. And how much time do you need to spend? Well, at least in my case, folks spend roughly 1 hour a day. They work 9 to 10 p.m., 10 to 11 p.m. doesn't really matter for me, but they just get the work done. And I know a lot of founders who hire interns on a regular basis. Go figure out who is hiring, who you can reach out to, who you consider as a role model, so that it becomes an added advantage in your profile going forward as well. Now, to close off the conversation, I want to highlight 2 things. Number 1 is you need to understand what is the area of your strength, or you might have some interest. If it is not monetizable, go pick up on that skill, polish those rough edges, spend some money, take a course, and then go ahead and start with the side hustle. The second thing, all these side hustles are practically implementable. I know people who are executing on all these side hustles. So please don't say to anybody that I don't know what to do and this sounds like theory. No, it does not sound like theory. People do that every single day. All you need is the right motivation. Thank you so much, guys. If I missed any side hustle, please do go ahead, put it in the comments box and I will pin it. We look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye bye.